That brings us to the end of News Now on TTT. I am Karen Kuzia-Phillip.
It's finished already.
Oh gosh, we'll watch something else.
Yes, like football.
Fellow Trinidadians and Tobaconians, the latest Met Office report shows that this dry season is going to be hotter than normal. And as a result, a lot of our surface level water is going to be lost to higher than usual levels of evaporation. In response to this situation, WASA has put measures in place to increase the water supply and, of course, reduce the number of leaks that are abundant throughout this country. We are asking for your help with some of the things that you can do to help conserve water at your home. Turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. Use a watering can or bucket to do your gardening. Fix leaky pipes around the house. Time your showers so you use less water. Instead of washing one or two items, wash only full loads. If we all get involved, we can together conserve up to 1 million gallons of water a day. And of course, please take care of your health during this dry season. Stay hydrated, drink lots of fluids. I believe we can do this together. Remember, every drop counts.
Every drop counts. Every drop counts.
Remember, every drop counts. A message from the Ministry of Public Utilities.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. We are also live on Talk City 91.1 FM, on Facebook at TTT Live Online, and also on YouTube. Just go onto your YouTube page and type in TTT Live Online, and you can view us, interact with us, share your thoughts on what is happening across Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Let us know what you're up to. Gary alongside me this morning. Good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning, Rishi.
How are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing quite well, my friend. A little bit tired, to be honest, but I'll live.
So what is with all of the dark colors today, though?
Today, I don't know. I like wearing dark colors, actually. A big part of my wardrobe is dark, and I just find it just looks better, in my opinion.
Are you one of those who believes that if you wear dark color, it brings out your complexion a bit more?
I never thought about it that way, but that's probably why I subconsciously like dark colors. I don't know.
Well, there must be a reason for you liking it.
Maybe we should ask Keston Walkins.
Yeah. We'll find out and see what he thinks about that. So, what did you do yesterday that makes you tired this morning?
Yesterday, I've started doing some research and putting together some plans for my business itself, and some things that are coming on the station.
Ooh.
So I'm still keeping it a little bit of a surprise because you don't let the cat out of the bag just yet. But things to look forward to.
Yes.
Another thing to look forward to.
I am excited to see what Carrie has to do for us. So, what is exciting? SEA exam is coming up next week, Thursday. 18,549 children will be sitting and writing the SEA exams. So, I mean, at this time of the year for them, it's a lot of stress, not just on the students, but also on the parents as well.
Parents and the teachers.
And teachers as well. So, I saw the Minister of Education, and every year he says this, don't put extra pressure on the children.
Right. Yeah, correct.
If you do that, they're going to crash. And one thing he always says is that every student is going to be placed in a secondary school. And I like to let people know that it doesn't matter what school you go to, If you have the proper upbringing and the proper training from home, any student could succeed. It doesn't matter what school you go to.
As long as the correct mindset is fostered from a young age, they could be in any school. It could be government, it could be private, it could be whatever. As long as they put their mind to it and they have a goal in mind, of course, they can achieve that goal once they have as Rishi said, the upbringing and the mindset and, everything that goes with it.
And for the first time since 2011, the SEA exam will be held in the second term of the academic year. And the Minister of Education gave the assurance that, the scripts will be safely secured in a vault with 24-hour security, because for some reason, some of the scripts at some point in time gets leaked?
Yeah, there were a few cases over the past few years, actually, where the scripts for the exams were leaked early by those who had nefarious motives, and as a result, there was some unfair happenings in regards to the exam. So this time they have increased security measures, and we only expect that it would be successful, and there would be less or no instance of the leak of the exams before time.
And I was reading an editorial, Carrie, this morning, which was talking about there is no need to publish the SCA results in the newspapers. Every year they tend to do that,
right.
And to me that puts so much pressure. Now the entire country is going to know what school you go to, and I think that puts pressure on children as well, because you may not do as well as you probably expect, and now you have to face people with this. I think that is unnecessary pressure on people.
I tend to agree. Maybe the jury's out on that one. Some may have different views on it, but thinking about it, the children are already under so much pressure, and then leading up to the exam, and then the exam days itself, and then there's more pressure applied when after the exam they have to worry whether okay, everybody's going to see what I did, how my grades were, and it may or may not be the best thing for the kids.
So that is something, and we will have a conversation on that and extra pressure on children as we get closer and closer to SEA exam, which takes place next week Thursday. But interesting as we continue the conversation on the possible decriminalization of marijuana for medicinal purposes. Yesterday, the Minister of Health, Terence Dial Singh, said that medical marijuana could be used to help epileptic patients.
That is extremely, extremely progressive, I would say. Over the years, when I lived in Canada, I had seen where there were those who use the, quote-unquote drug. Is actually another extract from the cannabis plant that is used. It's called CBD. And that compound actually aids in that, as well as some other diseases or disorders that involve the nerves. So, a conversation needs to be had.
And that is what the Minister of Health said, that the CBD component will help some patients with who get epilepsy. And, it is two main stages or two serious stages that they would help. So that is a conversation that, a lot of people want to hear, because there is this ongoing discussion about, the need to decriminalize marijuana for medicinal purposes. So, for the people who are advocating for it, this seems to be a step in the right direction for them, at least.
Right, yes.
And it's a conversation that I'm sure we will have as we continue to move forward. But, Carrie, today is the International Day of
Theatre. Today is International Theatre Day. So for thespians everywhere, they celebrate today as International Theatre Day, and I guess they have their own activities planned that commemorate this day.
Yeah, so I don't know. Are you a theatre person?
No, I have, the only time I've acted on stage was when I was in primary school, early primary, I think second year or something, for a little school play. But that's about the extent of my acting career.
Really? I did a lot of temple stuff.
Yeah?
But that was it. After people saw my performance, they didn't want to hire me. But I think I've improved now. I'm
lying. I had one other acting experience that was actually at the Diwali Nagar.
Really?
Yes. I was a part of the play for one of the things there for the Diwali celebrations.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. I've never appeared on the Diwali Nagar stage, so congratulations to you, Carrie Roberts, living my dream.
Living vicariously.
Pun?
See what I did there?
Yes. Brilliant. Excellent. Excellent.
Carrie, let's take a look social media. All right, let's take a look at this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
All right, and we're in Champlain right now, and as we can see that the traffic is moving down toward that connector road there leading to the Uriah Butler Highway. At this point in time, we see vehicles parked on both sides on the priority bus route, and the amount of vehicles don't seem too much. So at this point in time, not much movement east or west on the priority bus route, not much movement north or south leading there to the Uriah Butler Highway. Looking at this little glimpse we can get from the Eastern Main Road, we see that there are quite a number of vehicles heading in a westerly direction toward Port of Spain and environs, and we expect that volume to increase later on as the morning progresses toward the rush hour. Looking over one more time onto the priority bus route, we see a few vehicles heading toward the west, as commuters go into Port of Spain and the western parts of the country. And, we'll just keep you updated with this traffic with the traffic updates at various times during this morning's program. All right, and that's a wrap for this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
Carrie, are you a yoga person or a Zumba person?
No, I actually, when I think it was like 2 weeks ago when we had someone join me for Fit on a Friday for yoga. You know, it's yoga over the years is something that I had underestimated and just thought that, oh, okay, it's just stretching. But when you actually practice it and you realize, you know, the muscles that you engage in is actually quite strenuous at times, and there are a lot of benefits as well. So it's something that I have gained increased interest in, and I believe I want to start doing it soon enough.
Well, you know, the Ministry of Health is on this TT Fit initiative, so trying to get people fit. So apparently they are having on Wednesdays from 3:45 to 4:45 at the antenatal clinic, they are having yoga classes. And then on Fridays from 3:30 to 4:30 on the greens, they have Zumba, and apparently it's a free initiative, so people can just go down and get their yoga on and their Zumba on, and we should probably try it out today.
Yeah, that's excellent. You know, yoga is something that privately doesn't go very cheap, you know, and so for people to have this opportunity to actually participate in something like that, that's really helpful for health as well. It's a really great initiative by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, and good job to the Port of Spain Hospital for having that initiative as well. All right, so we have a lot in store for you this morning, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Take a loan right now for your car, house, for a vacation, for your own land, or for education. First Citizens Easy Does It.
Our First Citizens Easy Does It loan makes it easy for you to do it all. A new vehicle, your own home, a vacation, education. Visit firstcitizensdt.com to find out more. Apply today.
Take a loan right now. First Citizens Easy Does It. First Citizens Easy Does It.
First Citizens, we put you first.
Good day, sir. I am number 18854, woman acting Corporal Jordan. I observed that you just broke the traffic light. May I see your driver's permit and your insurance, please?
Officer, you know I couldn't stop there. You're my blind, oh gosh. All them criminals and them on the outside and you jumping me with a red light. Come on, officer.
Sir, are you aware that breach of a traffic light is one of the leading causes of road fatality? So we must all do our part to be responsible drivers.
You're right. I never really thought about it that way. I like how you deal with me real professional as well.
Was our service satisfactory? Call 800 TTPS and share your experience.
Welcome back, everybody. You are watching the Now Morning Show right here on TTT. And if you're leaving your television sets at any point in time, you could also take us with you on Talk City 91.1 FM. And guess what? We're on two platforms online now, on YouTube and on Facebook at TTT Live Online. Now we're going to turn it up a little bit because we're going to speak a little bit about Music TT and what they're doing. And with me this morning is Martin Manmohan, Music TT Project Officer. And with me is also Jerome Gonzalez, who is the LMD artist. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Now, I like the name of this to begin with, Turn It Up.
Yeah.
So what are we turning up?
Well, we're taking everything to the next level with the live music district. More bands, more artists, bigger event, and just more and more, you know. So
yeah, you know, in Trinidad we like more, we love more. Trinidad and Tobago, we love more. So tell me, why did you see the need now to just start doing more?
Well, last year was our first year, so we kind of was in a development stage last year.
Right.
And we found the challenges that we had and saw the good things we could do, and we just decided, okay, you know what? Let's have two steel bands playing this time. Let's have more artists. Let's give the public more. You know?
Yeah, you know, something that Lisa was saying is that entertainment is the new oil.
Exactly.
And we have seen, like, in the recent past, the increase in the entertainment industry because, again, let's face it, our culture, we love nightlife, we love linemen, we love, like, you know, being out and socializing because we're a very social culture.
Sure.
All right, so tell me, Jerome, what is your background in music? And I know you're an artist, but what type of artist are you?
I tend to do a mixture of all kind of music. I don't stick to one genre at all. I do soca. This year I had two soca, Your Wine, and I did a collaboration with Chocolate Allen.
Yeah.
I also dabble in R&B and pop soca, pop R&B.
I would have put you on the spot this morning, but I don't know if not everybody has the morning voice to sing this hour in the morning. You know, some of the artists who've been here in the past, they're like, hey, you're putting us on the spot.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about Turn It Up live on the Avenue.
So this event is happening on Arapita Avenue on Saturday 30th. We're actually starting a little bit earlier than advertised, so we're starting at 4:30 p.m. We're going to have Desperados performing as the headline.
Oh, nice.
We have the Bishops and Steel Ensemble performing as well. And we also have about 5 or 6 LMD artists, including Jerome here, who's going to be our top tier LMD artist performing right before Desperados gets on the stage.
Very nice.
And Future Moko is going to be there, and we're going to have food trucks all around the avenue. So it's going to be
almost like a street festival.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it really fun and entertaining.
All right, so how do we get access to this?
It's free, so just come through and sit down. We're going to have a bunch of chairs there, but bring your chairs, bring your coolers, sit down and take in all the live entertainment.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. You know, another word we love here, you know, aside from linemen and socializing, we love free.
Yeah.
You're sure right.
So providing this opportunity for people to come out and enjoy something that we have outside of the carnival season.
Outside the carnival season. So Music TT's role, we're really trying to make music be a whole year thing right through the city of Port of Spain to make Port of Spain the center and the hub for live music in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
Nice. And so do you have any plans for the future as in later this year, maybe another type
we have
music festival?
Yeah, we have at least 4 events planned on Adam Smith Square. Then we have a ton of other events planned. Also, what we do, we have a platform coming out that all these bars and thing on the avenue can now book artists directly through our platform. And Music TT kind of covers a stipend for them.
Okay.
So
that's excellent.
it's just we're trying to create live music every night on the avenue. You can hop here, there, and everywhere to see something going on.
Revitalize the avenue. And,
exactly.
You know, because the avenue is not what it used to be.
No.
You know, it was really an entertainment hub, but now we've seen a lot of similar types of establishments that it's very specific. That type of entertainment is specific. You know, and you know, bringing something back to the avenue that you know everybody can join in.
Exactly.
Definitely helping refreshing the vibe on the avenue. So, big question. I'm sure it's been on a lot of people's minds. You said there are some events coming up on Adam Smith Square. Are those free?
Everything is free. Anything Music TT does is free to and open to the public. We try to be in public spaces so we can accommodate as much people as possible.
Right.
You know.
Right. You know, so this first one, Turn It Up on the Avenue, is on the 30th, you said?
The 30th of March from 4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. until when?
We're probably going to go to about 8:30.
8:30.
Depending on the vibe.
That's a nice little segue into the rest of the night.
Exactly, into the nightlife, yeah.
All right, so how do we get in contact with you if you wanted more information?
You can just go on to musictt.co.tt and get all the information for all our events coming up. You can check us on social media, #MusicOfTT on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere you go.
All right. You said you had 2 installments. How about I put you on the spot a little bit? 30 seconds.
Should I sing an R&B or which one you want to hear?
You choose. You're going a cappella.
Baby, since the day you came into my life,
You made me realize that we were born to fly. You show me every day new possibility. You play, see, yeah.
John Legend, man. John Legend. Oh, very, very nice. I'm glad to put you on the spot. I'm sure the viewers out there.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay. The tune like this early morning. I can't do anything before I have my morning coffee and come on here and belt out such notes, man. Yeah, nice, man. Nice, very nice. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you so much, Mate, Marmon, Music TT Project Officer, and Jerome Gonzalez, LMD Artist. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we now take a look at our local weather forecast with Ian Wallace.
Despite the meteorological drought warning and this being the dry season, we still expect showers to come by. And in fact, today there will be a mixture of sunshine and brief showers. Most of those showers, however, should be less than half an hour. So as you can see across Tobago, there will be the bouts of sunshine coming through, just the occasional shower, mostly across the hillsides, maybe along the coasts as well, especially around Castara, coming down towards Buku and Canaan. Similarly, for Trinidad, along the hillsides, you're expecting Vanchiches around Arima, Valencia, the usual places to see a few morning showers. Throughout the day, the sunshine will be in charge for most areas, and only the brief shower coming through in those confined areas. Meanwhile, down towards southern areas of Trinidad, still quite sunny for most of you through Rio Claro, Pinal, into Moruga. Not much is expected to change as you go through the afternoon there. Maybe just the hillsides picking up a brief sprinkle, but other than that, mostly fair skies on Wednesday. So temperature-wise, looking at the warm 32 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, 31 in Tobago, especially around Scarborough. And it seems as though we'll keep conditions fair through Thursday, and then the sunshine returns in earnest. Also the dry weather this weekend through Friday and Saturday, especially across parts of Tobago and into Trinidad as well. It will feel warm at 32 degrees Celsius to end the working week. Heading offshore, those winds are now picking up. You'll see some gusty winds at times, strong in places at 20 knots for the most part. Short northeasterly swells of 8 seconds, and those moderate waves of 2 meters will continue through the Caribbean and the Atlantic. And if you are heading out, you have your high tide at 8 a.m. and your low tide at 3:15 p.m. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.
All right, it's time for news now on TTT. Minister of National Security Stuart Young is warning people against threatening immigration officers. He says if people do that and they are found, they will be criminally charged. It was reported that a female immigration officer was threatened last weekend and was followed, forcing her to stop by a police station. Minister Young said he is going to suggest to the police commissioner that sting operations take place at the Piarco International Airport and other ports of entry. Energy company EOG Resources over the last few days has approved a prospective exploration and a production schedule for Trinidad and Tobago for the next 5 years. Their plan includes the development of a number of wells for both production and further exploration, which is based on their analysis of recent state-of-the-art seismic work. Officials from the company met with Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley on Tuesday. Well, trouble seems to be brewing at the Shogunas Borough Corporation as there is a breakdown of the relationship between the councillors and the CEO. The corporation says although it has limited resources, everyone must be given a fair and equal opportunity to access all services. However, a number of people were hired for work without the approval of members of the council. The body also says there is a financial crisis as it has not received its budgetary allocation for the period 2018-2019. There is expected to be a meeting with the local government minister today. And that was News Now on TTT. Yeah, so we continue with the interviews here this morning on the Now Morning Show. We are going to talk about Walk-In Health Fest with me, Terry and George, who is a nutritionist. Health and fitness, something we like to talk about here. This morning, Carrie and I, we were just talking about Zumba and yoga. And now we're going to talk about this Walk-In Health Fest. What is happening?
Health Fest, it is free to the public. Right, this is the only one of its kind. First time it will be having it at the Arima Village Room under the patronage of the mayor for Arima. Right, it's the only one of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. What is it really all about? Exactly, it's quite new. It's not a health fair, it's a health fest. So we have all the activities taking place. So we're going to have a 5x1K, which part it is called Fit Family in Training. So that is what the fit means. So you want the whole family. So you want the little children, the pregnant mother. So she's pregnant or she'll just make a child a week old, a month old, right? The child will be in the pram, push them. They could be in the bicycle, the tricycle, the roller skate. All them things, exercise. They're moving for one lap right around the village room. Then they're going to pass it on to somebody between the ages of 5 to 11 or 12. Then it goes on to an adolescent. Then it goes on to an adult. And it must finish with a person over the age of 60. So we're especially going to have prices for those of them who are 100 years old, who are 90 years old, who are 80 years old. Nobody have ever taken into consideration our elderly. We always have 5K relays and there's only young people and stuff, not thinking about the elderly, realizing this is about the whole family. So it's Fit Family in Training. Right? So we're taking care from the womb to the tomb, the 5 stages of man. Right? And we're also going to have 5-a-side rounders. Do you remember rounders?
No, I don't know what that is. What is that?
So rounders, remember when we used to hit the ball and then run to a spot and then run? Exactly. We're going to have 5-a-side rounders. Exactly. When you come, you will enjoy it. We're going to have also footsie. I'm sure you don't even know what that is either. Exactly.
Listen, Gary, what's footsie?
Footsie was this toy back in the day with a ring that you put around your leg, or you can put it on your arm, but most people put it on their leg, and there was a string and a weight at the end. And what you would do is you would rhythmically jump. So you would skip over, you would use the ring, swinging the weight around, and you would, with the other leg, you would jump over the thing.
Can you do it?
I could have done it when I was younger. I haven't seen a footsie toy like in ages though.
Exactly.
We need to get
that is the reason why we want to get back to the old time days. Hopscotch. Can you do double Dutch bus? Exactly. So you understand? So that is why it's called a health fest. What your expression.
And I want to know what is the double
Dutch bus? So you swing and you skipping rope.
Two skipping ropes.
Two skipping rope at the same time, and you have to jump. Exactly. And we want to have the elderly taking part. Do you know about exercise a ton, sit a ton?
I can sit
exactly. Sit and exercise. Exactly. So we're going to have all these things. We want everybody participating from the womb to the tomb. So we want no excuse. You're in a wheelchair, you're in a walker, you're sitting down, you're exercising. Everybody. Now, that is the only health exercise part. Now, let's talk about the testing. Yes. Exactly. We're going to have free testing. We're going to have eye screening. We're going to have skin analysis. We're going to be doing skin hydration because we realize of the weather, how it is hot and people are dehydrating. We're going to have oxygen testing. You want to know exactly how much oxygen you are absorbing into the system. Exactly. Bone density, water mass, fat mass, muscle mass. Some people tend to think that they are fat, not realizing they are retaining water. So, all these are done free. Because, Trinidadians, we like to hear the word free. So that's definitely going to be there. It's free. So it's a free bone density water mass. Right? You're going to have fat mass. You're going to have eye screening, ear testing also. So there's a lot of things that are going to take place. And then we have things to eat. You can't forget the belly.
Nutrition is important when you're exercising as well.
Exactly. Right? So we have to eat. So we have gluten-free products and all the different companies that have their health products that they would like to get people to know more about. So you're going to have free samplings of all these things. You're going to have Gatorade will be there. So that at the end of the races, you're going to have the Gatorade. You're going to have Peppy's going to be there with all the nuts and things. A lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago have strayed from eating correctly, not realizing that they need to eat their peas and beans. And peas and beans are required to break down or metabolize carbohydrates, fats, and protein. And that is the reason we are putting on weight without realizing that you're not eating a piece to break it down. So therefore, that is what you're going to be having. So you have samples of that. You're going to have the healthy. A lot of people, when they eat flour, they bloat. And so we're going to have gluten-free products using cassava flour. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of stuff going to be there. You all will love yourself. So
when is it's on the 31st of March?
Exactly. Right, so it will be on the 31st of March, Sunday, the 31st of March, at the Arima Village Room from 1 to 6 p.m. It is free to the public. We like all the churches, the schools, right? Companies.
And it's a family event.
It's a family event. It's a 5-a-side. You must have a female on the team. You must have somebody over the age of 60 on the team, somebody age of 5 on the team. So it's for everyone to be there. So we want everyone to be there to participate, understanding Health Fest. It is one of a kind, the first of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean. And it's an initiative done by the Institute of Health and Fitness in collaboration with the Mayor of Arima.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. And Carrie, is how she could just say it Just like that.
Right, yeah,
it's like
right.
everything is right there. Yeah, that is how you know somebody is really into what they're doing.
Yes,
know?
exactly.
They're able to come and talk about it without having to read it and that kind of thing. So excellent job, and I want to wish you all the very best for this initiative on the 31st of March at the Arima Velodrome. Thank you very much for coming on and chatting with us this morning. We take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
To Sunday, get lost in the world of award-winning films. Green Days by the River, April 21st at 3 p.m. Be viewing TTT to experience the breathtaking film adaptation of Michael Anthony's beloved novel. Voted People's Choice for Best Narrative Feature at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. Recipient of the Carmichael Award for Exceptional Storytelling at the Barbados Independent Film Festival. Green Days by the River proves that locally produced films will captivate you and transport you to other worlds. A tale of love, loss, and intrigue. Green Days by the River premieres April 21st only on TTT.
Frontline on Talk City 91.1 FM, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to noon with me, Ria Roop Chansing. An informative and educational show that discusses a variety of topics, from social issues to the law, from education to religion, culture, health, beauty, and your well-being. And you also have a chance to voice your opinion in Frontline's open forum. Frontline, 8 a.m. to noon every Monday to Friday with me, Ria Roop Chansing, on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the Now Morning Show right here on TTT. Remember, you can also take us with you on Talk City 91.1 FM, TTT Live online on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, and on April 21st, Easter Sunday, we are doing the television premiere of Green Days by the River right here on TTT. So after church, after Sunday lunch, Green Days by the River, and it's happening at 3 p.m. right here on TTT. And with me this morning is Che Rodriguez. Good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I am fine. Thank you very much for having me.
Happy to have you here.
Yeah, so it's a long time since I've been in this studio, but
right?
I used to be here at one time. Yeah,
when were you here?
During the time of Alison. I used to do a show right in here with Alison.
Really?
Yeah.
I met her once.
Lots of memories.
When I was younger, but it was at the other station in Mova.
Right. Right. Yeah, she used to work there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So let's talk about Green Days by the River a little bit. How do you feel about this being made into a television premiere starting on April 21st, right here on TTT?
Well, I'm very pleased actually, because I saw this on the news and I said, wait, I didn't know this was happening. And then, I received a call from one of the producers, and they told me that, hey, listen, this thing is going on, and we're trying to get actors to come on. So when I heard about it, I was like, yes, yeah, we need to promote this.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I feel good about it. And
That's
it's great
excellent.
that you all are doing
excellent.
it.
Yeah, you know, well, it's all hats off to Lisa.
Oh, hats off to Lisa.
And
that's
of course,
true.
hats off to your entire team.
Very well, very much so. The guys were great. Michael and Christian, they are wonderful young men, and they've worked very hard to produce something that is not easy to do, to translate a novel to film. And they've done it.
Yep, and they have. And by the way, today's World Theatre Day, so
World Theatre Day.
So
true.
we're celebrating the performing arts.
Yes.
So it's great to have you here today for World Theatre Day as well. It was serendipitous.
Very much so.
All right. So tell me about your character in the movie.
Well, I played Paul Lamin as the old, dying, sick father, who's very, very concerned about his son's future.
Right.
This is at a time when, the old colonial days, when black men didn't have much room for for advancement.
Right.
You either used to pick cocoa or you work somewhere in the field, and it's very
menial.
And there weren't many chances for upward mobility. And then when you are sick, it's another story.
Right.
So he is the one who sort of registers his love and his concern and his ambition. He's sort of putting his own ambitions into his own son, in the hope that he would turn out to be something, as they used to say a long time. I want to become something in life.
Yeah.
So basically, that was my whole
role. You were the one who's your goals and aspirations were put on the shoulders of your son in the film, and how was it preparing for that role? How was it having to pretend to be sick the entire time?
I love that you asked that. I'll tell you why. Because just before that, Carrie, I was sick. Okay. I was admitted to the Mount Hope Medical Hospital with it's a lung infection, and it almost killed me.
Wow!
I almost died. So I had recovered after that, and that is when Michael and him, they had said to me, "Che, we were here to do this role." And when I knew the role, and when I read it, I said, "Hey boy, this is uncanny."
Yeah.
Because it was a lung infection, I was coughing. Right through the film, you realize I was coughing, and I tell myself, you know what? I'm going to take that experience in the hospital because it was really bad, and I'm going to inject it into my character. I'm going to make my character feel all of this one more time.
Right.
And I did it, and to be honest, I think to myself, I think it worked very well.
Being that you had that experience that you could then translate.
Yeah, it was just a matter of bringing it over into the character.
And that's something that's something we found was common here. Meeting with other actors, they were chosen because the character was so in tune with who they really are.
Yeah.
And also, you having gone through that experience, it was probably seamless.
Yeah, it was a simple transition, just bringing it all in, because I laid in bed for 7 days, not knowing anything. Two needles here, 2 needles there, and I'm just in bed. So,
was it at all traumatic, but in any way, like having to basically mentally relive a situation where you were down and out? And
you mean while I was doing character?
While you were doing the character?
Oh yes, because there was a time when, in the movie I die.
Okay.
I die in the movie, and there's this scene where they're carrying me out, and I'm lying in an old wooden cot, and they're taking me downhill. And while I'm there, I am recalling when I was in the hospital, and those were the things that helped me to produce the effects that I wanted to produce at the time.
Right. I can't even imagine.
Oh, it wasn't nice, but yet still I loved it.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't a nice scene.
It wasn't a nice scene.
You have to pretend that you're dying. I know that I went through that, and I tell myself, "Oh God, I think I want to go through this." So.
Well, we only speak positive things here, so you're not going to be sick and down.
Oh, no, I don't intend to be at all. I plan to live forever.
Yeah, exactly, same.
Yeah.
All right, so will you be here on the 21st? When we do the premiere, we're going to have a little bit of a premiere party.
I was told about it, and I would love to be here because I was looking forward to seeing Lisa and you all, but I ain't seen Lisa, so I was wondering what's going on.
Our valiant CEO is so busy, making sure that the world stand around us. That
all right.
Sometimes she would have to give up on the morning and do that work as well, But I'm sure if you come in a little bit later, you'll see her. You could.
But you know that I worked with her on a film that she had produced called Home Again.
Right. Yes,
she was one of the producers there, and I had worked on it both as a production person as well as an actor. Yeah, so I had a good experience working with Lisa.
Yes,
she's the one actually that made me understand clearly how a movie must be done professionally.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, she's a wonderful person.
I looked at that movie for the first time late last year because I didn't know about it before.
Which one? Home Again?
Yes.
Oh, you saw it?
Yes, I saw it.
Good.
Yeah, really great movie.
Yeah, I was the taxi driver in it.
I remember that actually.
Yeah.
All right. So we're actually going to take a little bit of clip, and Che, I'm going to thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing.
Yeah, very good.
Sharing your
thank you very much
and everything. And 21st, TTT is the place to be.
I will be here.
All right, thanks again, J.
Thank you very much.
We're now going to take a little look at a clip from that movie.
How's your pa doing?
He's not doing so good, and it's like it getting worse.
Them can't kill me, boy. I is a stone wall and tell your mother that the boss come home.
Come here.
Didn't he the man who Rosalie did show the place when all of them just moved up here last month?
Rosalie?
That's my room.
I want to go in the bush with Mr. Gadari tomorrow.
Gadari? Oh, you mean the man with the Creole wife?
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
Only land.
Hey, always keep your cutlass in your hand when you're in the bush, boy. You never know what could happen. You don't give me that. You don't give me that. You're from down the beach. And down the beach, people don't know nothing about bush.
This life ain't easy. Matter what it seems. Still I'm holding on.
You enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it bad, girl.
Dreams I drifting on a river. Got to make it now.
Girl named June. She's from Sandy Grande.
I see.
I know my spirit is calling. Sunshine, sweet sleep, sacred lover, only lover.
I thought she was different, but you just like blasted Joe and all the rest of them drunk. Don't roll me.
And we're back. You've just seen a little excerpt from the movie Green Days by the River that we'll be showing right here on TTT on April 21st, 3 p.m. You know, TTT is the place to be. But now we're going to change gears a little bit, and I'm going to speak with Jennifer Gibbons-Joseph, who's the Managing Director of Connect Professional Life Coaching Services. And we're going to talk about living it up at 50 plus.
Yes, I love how you said it, living it up at 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So tell me your experience as a life coach. What does a life coach do?
I normally explain a life coach simply as a professional who help people who are stuck, move from where they are to where they would like to go in life.
That's very, very interesting. Yes. People who are stuck. So now when you say stuck, you could be stuck in different ways. What are some of the ways you mean stuck?
You can stuff in different ways. And for this particular, and let me refer to what we are doing right now, our program, Connections, is really to help people 50 plus. So the concentration is to move persons who are 50 plus from where they are, where they would like to go.
Right.
All right? So we are having a launch which is called Connections, and that is making the connection, inviting these people 50 plus to connect with us.
Right.
Our programs vary, and as a life coach, because they are all coaching programs, as a life coach and with the team that is on this particular program, what we have done is created several type of programs which to meet the needs of people at that age. Now, when I say 50 plus, normally people say, oh, that's so old. And this is what we want to change that mindset.
Exactly, because a lot of people believe that, at a certain age it's too late for certain things.
Yes.
And it's never too late. Like from my experience, I've had a classmate in school abroad, and he was, at the time, he was in his 70s. Okay. And, so he lived his life. He was in the military. He did a lot of other work and stuff, but his passion was to be a chef.
Great.
And at 70 plus, he started chef school. And we were in the same class, so he was in the same class with people who were in their teens, in their 20s, 30s, and he was over 70 and doing very well.
Great, Carrie. That said it exactly what we are looking at. It is all about energy.
Yes,
after that, age 50, and moving away from that thinking that when you reach 60, we call it the third act.
Yeah.
That you just life is over, and life isn't over. I am here as proof.
Exactly.
Doing that, so we are looking at people who are still in the workplace, of course, but have to think of what are they going to do when they transition from that workplace to that different phase in life.
Exactly.
We also looking at those who have already retired or transitioned and don't know what to do with themselves.
Right.
But you want to be active. You want to use your skills and your talents. You want to monetize those things
Yeah.
to still earn an income and have fun.
What are some of the common challenges that you meet? You know, the people that you coach who are over 50, 50 plus, and you said, like, you know, again, some people believe that, you know, like, okay, I'm too old to do anything new.
Okay.
You know, what are some of the common challenges that you meet?
The challenges, I would say, let me start with fear. You know, we actually did a survey prior to creating our programs.
Right.
And in our actual programs and the feedback, one is fear. Fear that, you know, I'm too old to do anything. I would not be accepted if I look again at a new career. And you mentioned that guy was chef. That fear. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to monetize their skills. So what in our programs, we have several programs which address the different needs. So just go like with the program, how we address it. So with the program, let's look, we have small group forums and we have workshops. And these are designed in such a way, our programs are very intimate. So it's not large group programs, which allow people to express themselves. To, you know, to share
and maybe
with
not
us.
to have that fear of like a big crowd.
That's just
you know,
it. That's just it. So we create that nice, happy and embracing environment where they can chat, share their stories, and with our professionals, we can guide them and help them. So that fear, one is financial. You know, the fear that they would not have enough money, they complain, what am I going to do with less salary?
And so many other challenges. But could you tell us, when is this launch going to be?
Oh, this launch is on the 7th. It's on the 7th of April from 3 to 7 at the University Inn and Conference Center. It's a cocktail event, so it's all
and
about
how do we
fun.
get into contact with you?
Or you can contact, we can use our website, which is Connect, and the Connect is C-O-N-E-C.
C-O-N-E-C.
ConnectCoaching.com. They can call me at 685-8834, and they can also go to the University Conference Inn, and that is in St. Augustine, and there are tickets also.
Jennifer Gibbons-Joseph, Managing Director, Connect Professional Life Coaching Services. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And I wish you the very best. And you know you're doing really great work because, again,
I appreciate that.
50 plus is not the end. You know, it's only the beginning, some people say.
It's the beginning. Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a short break and we come back with much more. Stay with us.
Taxi!
I felt the same earlier. Try these.
Panadol Multi-Symptom. The power to relieve bothersome cold and flu symptoms fast. Panadol Multi-Symptom. When cold and flu is gone, life takes its place.
Frontline on Talk City 91.1 FM, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to noon with me, Ria Roop Chansing. An informative and educational show that discusses a variety of topics, from social issues to the law, from education to religion, culture, health, beauty, and your well-being. And you also have a chance to voice your opinion in Frontline's open forum. Frontline, 8 a.m. to noon every Monday to Friday with me, Ria Roop Chansing, on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Whether you are on the road or at the beach, preserve our beautiful nation of which we are proud by properly disposing of your waste. Because environmental pride is national pride.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. We are also live on Talk City 91.1 FM, on Facebook at TTT Live Online, and on YouTube at TTT Live Online as well. So on Saturday, the 30th of March, which is this coming Saturday, Trinidad and Tobago will commemorate Chowta Baptist Day, and there are celebrations that will be taking place in Trinidad and also in Tobago. So let's find out what is happening in Tobago. We are joined via Skype by Mr. Muriel Dillon, who is the president of the United Spiritual Baptist Association, and Reverend Raphael Richards, who is an executive member. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. I want to start with the Reverend to tell us about Spiritual Baptist Day and what is expected from the religious aspect of it.
Well, in the Spiritual Baptist, what we have done is that we have prepared our week, which are with our leaders who in the past they have set a structure first, and we continue with our structure. So today now, which we have got our country, we continue working very hard towards the Baptist faith, and we is doing a lot of work concerning Baptist liberation, and we have our activities on Saturday the 30th. Started at our church, and we did a march, and we marched to the land in Signal Hill.
Yeah. Muriel Dillon, this Baptist community, over the years we've heard negative comments, we've heard positive comments about some of the practices. How do you describe what the community does?
The Spiritual Baptist community is a religious organization. Our doctrine is rooted in the Holy Scripture. Mm-hmm. We are Christians, but because of our beginning, our origin, with our African ancestry, it is a mixture of both our African ancestry and beliefs and Christianity.
Right. And what is happening on Saturday? I know that there are a few events.
Yeah, we started our month celebration with a launch. However, on Saturday, we will be having a religious procession from the corner of Orange Hill Road and the Claude Noel Highway. That will take us up to Signal Hill, west of the Army Camp, where we have a portion of land that was given to us by the Tobago House of Assembly. They will be having our celebration, which commences at 10 a.m. We will have the dignitaries in the Tobago House of Assembly present, presiding officer, members of different religious organizations will be there as we try to our best to incorporate religious harmony and unity in our nation.
Reverend Richards, you would have heard some of the things that are planned for this Saturday. How do you see this religion being accepted by people, and what do you want to see for its development, not just in Trinidad but in Tobago as well?
Well, what I want to see with our Spiritual Baptist faith is that it's a unique, our faith is a very unique. We believe in the Holy Spirit of God, and we are working very hard to carry the Spiritual Baptist faith to a higher realm, which we are doing a lot of changes in the Baptist faith. The Baptist faith is a very great faith. We appreciate everybody. We show everybody love and appreciation. And we invite all Christians that which are going to always join us. We are happy to have everybody with us in the Baptist faith.
What is your message for this Spiritual Shelter Baptist Day, which is on Saturday?
This year our theme is going forward in faith and confidence. We are going forward, and we have to do so with faith in God and confidence that we can achieve to the highest level. That the respect that we ought to receive from our country, our fellow human being, we will achieve to have different aspects of our community improve with our things like our religious education, our schools, having institutions to sustain the faith.
All right, well, I would like to thank you very much, Mr. Muriel Dillon, President of the United Spiritual Baptist Association, and Reverend Raphael Richards, who is an executive member, for joining us this morning, telling us about the events which are coming up on Saturday as we celebrate Spiritual Shelter Baptist Day here in Trinidad and Tobago. It is time for us now to take a break for the news and come back with more. Stay with us.
$5,000 Win the Sandals Vacation of a Lifetime from the PDFK Group of Company, inclusive of airfare, accommodation, and spending money. Want this to be your getaway vacation? All you gotta do is spend $500 or more at any of our sponsored locations.
Via restaurant, Bright Ideas Home Store, and all facade the Food King Supermarket.
Fill out the entry form and drop it in. You'll be on your way to your dream holiday in no time. Check us out on Facebook for more information. Promotion ends April 23rd.
This promotion is NLCB approved.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Karen Kozier Phillip. This is News Now on TTT. A total of 18,849 students have been registered to sit the 2019 Secondary Entrance Assessment Examination across Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Education says all systems are in place for the exam to run smoothly on April 4th. This is the first time since 2011 that the exam would be held in the second term of the school year. And as a precaution, the ministry said the exam papers are currently lodged in a vault under 24-hour security. The 3-hour exam will test students in mathematics, language arts, and essay writing. Concessions, however, have been made for 284 students who have special needs.
This year we've had requests from approximately 403 students for concessions. We have actually approved 284 and 24 of those were withdrawn. Let me just emphasize that concessions are not meant to give students an advantage. It's really to give students who may have challenges an equal chance of performing.
Heritage Petroleum Oil Company earned $700 million TT between the months December 2018 and January 2019. Minister of Energy and Energy Industries Franklin Cann gave the figures in the Senate on Tuesday in response to a question from Opposition Senator Wade Mark.
In December 2018 and January 2019 was US $38,309,368. That's for December, and for January, US $64,405,490, for a grand total for the 2 months of US $102,714,857, or approximately TT 700 million TT dollars.
The Energy Minister also gave a breakdown of the expenditure by Paria Fuel Trading Company for the same period. He said the company spent $415 million TT dollars on the importation of refined fuels.
Diesel, US $9.8 million in December 2018 and US $10.68 million in January 2019. Super, US $14 million in December 2018 and US $14.2 million in January 2019. Premium, US $2.1 million in December 2018 and US $2 million in January 2019. Jet fuel, $0 total in December, which none was imported because there was stock, and US $8.2 million in January 2019.
Good news for epileptic patients, as medical cannabis can be used to help in treatment in the near future in Trinidad and Tobago. This from Health Minister Terence Dalsing in his feature address at the Purple Day observance at the Brian Lara Promenade in Port of Spain on Tuesday. The Health Minister explained that the medical marijuana approved by the Food and Drug Administration does not contain the THC component that gives a feeling of euphoria, or commonly referred to as getting high.
There is this false impression that medical marijuana compounds contain THC and everyone will be walking around high and happy. That is not so.
He said some prescribed drugs are not for all types of epilepsy. Epilepsy is a condition characterized by recurring seizures, which are brief, temporary disturbances in the electrical activity of the brain. To some sports news now. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago has started the ball rolling in welcoming early dialogue with the new president of Cricket West Indies, Ricky Skerritt. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, in a post on his Facebook page, said this holds out the prospect for the effecting of the much-needed restructuring of the management of the regional game with some sense of purpose and urgency. The Prime Minister said he and his regional colleagues look forward to early contact with the new president, Ricky Skerritt, and his team. He said West Indies cricket must be recognized as a public good, a heritage of all West Indian citizens to be honored and nurtured. That brings us to the end of News Now on TTT. I am Karen Kuzia-Phillip.
Receive a free Kindle Fire 7 HD with Alexa features when you purchase the highly effective JJ & Friends JTAB Junior Suite, designed for children 2 to 5 years old and fashioned after the Ministry of Education's ECCE curriculum. It's effective and engaging. The educational JTAB Junior Suite comes with a free Amazon Kindle Fire 7 tablet, along with flashcards, charts, workbooks, board games, an erasable writing mat, and a parent-teacher's guide, all designed to stimulate your child's cognitive development.
Take that investment in their education and buy them all the jewelry and the toys later on, but ensure that you get JJ & Friends. It is really, really good.
So there you have it. A perfect solution, making sure that they have all the tools to learn to read. What is it? JJ & Friends. This is a special introductory offer, so call now 673-3175 or 800-READ.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. We are also live on Talk City 91.1 FM, on Facebook at TTT Live Online, and also on YouTube. Just go and search TTT Live Online, and you can interact with us, be part of the show here on Now. Carrie, exciting morning so far. I feel real irritable.
Why is that, Rishi?
I don't. My nose is feeling weird and stuffy, like right here, and my eyes is hurting somewhat, and it's
I don't know. I was wondering if the Sahara dust was still around. I'm not too sure. I know they said that it was supposed to go away last Wednesday, but I don't know if, there's still some of it present or what.
Because you said your car was looking dusty.
Yeah, it looked like the Sahara dust was just on my car. I need to give it a little bit of a wash.
Probably it's your car. Remember, I was standing next to your car this morning, Carrie. Your car got me sick. I mean, but after here, I'm going to just take some meds. By the way, I'm back with you all this evening at 6:30 for the news, the evening news.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully people are looking forward to see.
Long day for you, Rishi.
Yeah. It's exciting, Sometimes you just have to do it. It's so much fun to be here and interact with people. I love you all so very much.
That's right. Speaking about interact with people, I wonder what's happening on Facebook.
Oh yes, on Facebook. So of course Fiola is upset with Carrie because of his dark colors this morning. Why would you come to work with dark colors again?
I like dark colors. I like wearing dark colors. They're very flattering, I would say.
There is a belief that dark colors make somebody look slim.
Really?
Yes. You didn't know that?
Actually, yes, I did hear of that.
Okay.
But that's not my reason for wearing them, because I'm not of a body type that I have to worry about that.
Okay. All right, so I'd love to like to say special good morning to Dexter Siret. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Elizabeth Strovic, Sharon Amos, Dolores, Harry Nana, and I wonder every family, Dolores, Harry
family, lele.
Probably, we don't know. Shirley Narayan says that she's watching us from New Jersey,
And,
so good morning
Gigi
to you all.
de Silverland, Gigi.
Yeah.
Good morning to you as well.
and we have so many people who are with us every morning, so
Every
they don't
morning,
always
so
comment.
loyal.
So good morning to everybody joining us on Facebook, also on YouTube as well, and TTT, and also those listening on Talk City 91.1 FM. Carrie, next week Thursday, SCA exams is taking place. 18,549 students set to write the exam. The Ministry of Education is saying that don't put too much of pressure on the children because everybody's going to go to a secondary school.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I remember back in my day, so it wasn't SEA. I wrote the
common entrance.
The last common entrance.
I wrote SEA.
So that gives a little hint of our age difference there. Yeah, I wrote the last common entrance. Yeah. Thanks. I'm old. And yeah, just leading up to the exam, there was so much pressure, there was so much stress, you know, wondering if you're going to pass every subject and, you know, wondering which school you're going to get into because, you know, there are the choices. And
you're supposed to go to these prestigious schools?
Right. Now, in my family, a few members, like older members of the family, they went to prestigious schools. So there was always that aspiration to live up to that, you know, to get into one of those schools and feel stressed. But the thing is, again, as we were saying earlier, it's not about the school itself. Now, I loved my secondary school. But it's not about the school itself, it's about the mentality and the work you put forward.
Exactly.
And the effort you make, because you can go to any school and you can do really well as long as you have the mentality for
Exactly. It's all up to the individual to try and want to succeed. And if you go to any school and you want to succeed, you are going to be successful. I mean, I didn't go to one of those fancy, prestigious schools, and I turned out pretty okay, I guess. Right?
More than okay, my friend.
You see, more than okay. This is why I like working with Carrie. So it doesn't matter what school you go to. And people have this discussion all the time. I know it's also going to be a lot of pressure on parents, but at the end of the day, your child is going to go into a secondary school.
Right.
So, you know, just bear with them. I remember the night before SEA exam for me, I actually went and played cricket in the savannah.
Nice.
Nice. What is the purpose of stressing yourself? You go to stress yourself and...
you know, you could just have a breakdown in front of the exam paper and do even like, you know, do really badly if you can't even focus on the work at hand.
Yeah, and so, you know, just bear with them. And
that's right. I think even after, you know, like when the students are going off to their various secondary schools after, their parents need to stand with them and support them all the way, you know, because there have been some cases where parents are disappointed by which school the student passes for, which school the student enters, and, you know, they kind of express that toward them in a negative way. And, you know, it may affect their self-esteem and their feeling of self-worth, and they may feel maybe unworthy sometimes if there's that negative thing put on them as well by their parents. So
so parents has a responsibility to encourage and not demotivate or pressure their children.
That's right.
Also, as we were talking a little bit earlier, Spiritual Chowder Baptist Day is on Saturday, so that is something to look forward to. I know that we have celebrations around.
Yes, most definitely. We will not have a holiday itself, like a holiday during the week, but unfortunately for those, but at least we could commemorate the day, maybe in the way it should be commemorated.
Yes. An interesting conversation came up yesterday with the Minister of Health, Terence Dial-Singh-Carey, and it is medical marijuana for epileptic patients. So it adds to that ongoing discussion that there should be the decriminalization of marijuana for medicinal purposes. So for people who are advocating for it, hearing the Minister of Health say something like that, you know, is something positive for them.
It's probably a move in the right direction, you know, because yesterday we commemorated World Epilepsy and the World Day for Epilepsy and Falls, you know, and it's very, very pertinent to that topic. And again, there have been tests and they have seen cases where the CBD compound in cannabis actually helps those with two specific types of epilepsy. So it's something that, you know, is a step in the right direction, I would say.
Yeah, so we wait to hear more about that, and of course we'll continue that discussion here. But for now, Carrie, we need to check out the traffic situation.
All right, let's see what the traffic looks like one more time with this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
And we're in South Trinidad right now, and as we look at the Coquet roundabout right here close to the SBCS school and the fire station, we can see that there's quite a bit of traffic moving toward the city of San Fernando. As we pan across here on the San Fernando bypass, we can see just a few vehicles heading in both directions as commuters make their way to and from the city center. As we see right here right now, as we zoom in a little bit closer, looking at that traffic light there that leads to Pleasantville on one side and Lesotho on the other, we can see that there's nothing much to talk about, just a little bit of a build-up there because of the traffic light, but beyond that it's really, really clear. Most traffic will be heading toward the center of San Fernando. And as we pan across one more time, let's take a look at what it looks like. And yep, just a little bit of a pile up there because of slowing down the roundabout. But for those who are heading into the city of San Fernando, a little bit busy. Those who are heading toward the highway as well. But for those heading in the opposite direction, nothing much to worry about. But we'll keep an eye on the traffic around the country and keep you updated with this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
All right, so much happening in our program and so much more to come. We are going to speak about the entertainment intercall. We're going to find out what that is all about. And with us this morning, later on, will be Aston Isaac. And we have so much more as well coming up in the program. But all that and more after this break.
1,000 US dollars. Win the Sandals Vacation of a Lifetime from the PDFK Group of Company, inclusive of airfare, accommodation, and spending money. Want this to be your getaway vacation? All you gotta do is spend $500 or more at any of our sponsored locations.
Via restaurant, Bright Ideas Home Store, and all facade the Food King Supermarket.
Fill out the entry form and drop it in. You'll be on your way to your dream holiday in no time. Check us out on Facebook for more information. Promotion ends April 23rd.
This promotion is NLCB approved.
Easter Sunday, get lost in the world of award-winning films. Green Days by the River, April 21st at 3 p.m. Be viewing TTT to experience the breathtaking film adaptation of Michael Anthony's beloved novel, voted People's Choice for Best Narrative Feature at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. Recipient of the Carmichael Award for Exceptional Storytelling at the Barbados Independent Film Festival. Green Days by the River proves that locally produced films will captivate you and transport you to other worlds. A tale of love, loss, and intrigue. Green Days by the River premieres April 21st only on TTT. And what you are seeing right now are a little excerpt from auditions from this talent competition. With me this morning is entertainer extraordinaire Aston Isaac, and we're going to talk about the entertainment intercall.
Good morning to all of you.
What you said earlier was talent like rain.
Talent like rain in the
Now tell me your experience with the entertainment intercall, because you said you're going into your third year now.
Well, we are going into the third year of actually engaging the school population, right. And it's our inaugural year of entertainment intercall, the secondary schools talent competition. So you know there's a similarity in intercall football,
right?
So it's similar, but it's the entertainment version. So we have secondary schools competing for $1.2 million in prizes.
$1.2 million.
Yes, sir.
You could almost give every person in the country $1.
Almost.
Almost.
We have a first prize bus for the secondary school, a 24-seater maxi bus for the winning school. And we have additional prizes for the individual talents. Mentoring is fantastic. Really
that
fantastic.
is amazing. You know, I wish I was still in secondary school so I could participate and, probably have a chance at winning that for my school.
But actually, the fantastic part is that we've been able to model, I've been able to build the program in a way that it engages the holistic development of the student.
Right.
So it's not just a monetary reward, but also the cognitive and emotional development that is created for the participants, and that sense of self-expression is also increased. So it really creates a balance between the entrepreneurial approach, the talent approach, as well as the opportunity to win big.
Right, of course, yeah. That's like a lottery there.
And LCB's on board. So.
Right, of course, they had to be with numbers like that. All right, so tell me what type of preparation it took, for the for the 3 years now, and now coming to this point of doing the inaugural ceremony and stuff for the entertainment intercall?
What we did extensive market research with some of our partners. We partnered with the Ministry of Education, one of our lead partners, the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts,
right,
who've been really assisting us in ensuring that we could have researched from the curriculum aspect, visual arts and performing arts, and look at how applicable the program would be to the students' development. So that 3-year period, really we assessed not just the prizes, but we assessed how can the program create that sustainable environment within the schools and create fundraising for the schools as well.
Right.
As participating schools, as long as they achieve their targets, would receive a $10,000 participation check.
Really?
Per school, yes.
Mobilize your talent. And of course that could definitely help schools in their arts.
Yes, in the arts department.
Yes.
We understand some of the strain that schools have, and in particular, and we appreciate that corporate Trinidad and Tobago, to a large extent, have come on and have expressed interest, and we have had partners in Crystal Waters, in Blue Box Graphics, Studio Musical Limited, as well as many community sponsors, including the San Grande Business Association, the Arima Business Association. We have the Mayor of Arima assisting directly, and a lot of individuals are putting some support into the program along with volunteers.
A lot of support happening.
It's a lot, and
it really lifts my heart to know that there's so many people behind you all and pushing for this.
Yeah, just yesterday I spoke with our first line securities in Port of Spain, who assisted us in our Tobago rollout. Because we are heading to Tobago today to audition 3 schools tomorrow and Friday. Scarborough Secondary, Mason Hall, and Speyside Secondary.
Nice.
So we're going to Tobago to mobilize the talent.
Yeah, because a lot of times, things happening in Trinidad, a lot of times you see Tobago left out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Tobago is not being left out this time.
It has been difficult for Tobago in that Tobago most of the times has to mobilize their own transportation and cost to come to Trinidad.
Right, which is not cheap.
As a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, it is my responsibility to ensure that if we're doing a national program, that Tobago can get what Tobago needs.
Yes, that's right. To make it truly national and not just Trinidad-centric.
Trinidad-centric, yes.
Yeah,
so that's the direction. We have, at this stage, just about 370 acts that audition.
370 acts audition.
Close to 1,500 direct participants.
Right.
And then we have indirect participants through each talent must be accompanied by a marketing officer and a manager. So we are teaching the marketing officer and the manager through mentoring the roles and function associated with talent management and developing talent within the schools.
Yeah, so you're teaching them the business side as well, because it's really good that you brought up that point, because again, even with some of the adults in the field, in the industry, they may be very, very talented. But they may not have the knowledge of the business side of things and why a talent manager and such is
critical.
Critical,
absolutely critical.
I like that you use the word critical.
So we as an artist myself, I became very much aware of the importance of a management structure and support personnel. So sharing that information with the juniors as they come up, they will be able to create plans, and we can have the family support around the creative, so we can have better performing creatives coming from Trinidad and Tobago as we seek to go on the world's landscape as a cultural country.
Excellent. Now, Aston Isaac, tell me about the day, the time, the place.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening with the
Tobago, we wrap our auditions in Tobago. Auditions will be completed on Friday. We have our results out to the schools in terms of who would have qualified from the audition stage. Preliminary phase would go from now until the 13th of May. 13th of May, we have our national semi-finals. Because of the large turnout in the student population, we may have to put 2 days of semi-finals.
Wow.
Because we
that's exciting. That's excellent.
Well, we're happy that the students there, but now it's going to cost us more money to put on the semi-finals. So we're doing that, and then we have our grand national finals, where we present our finalists in each of our 5 categories on the 7th of July. That's 5 categories: individual vocalists, individual musician, small groups under 10, large groups between 10 and 35, so that's the choirs, and novelty acts. That's your DJs, your people who cut in here. It's amazing.
Just talent everywhere. Aston Isaac, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning and all you've shared. I'm very excited about what's going to happen there with the entertainment intercall. All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man.
Yes. All right, now we're going to take a look at our travel weather with Ian Wallace.
And once more, we have another frontal system coming across the Bahamas into eastern Cuba. Not much is expected in terms of rainfall, but we'll still feel quite comfortable, especially around the parts of western Cuba. Towards the east, unfortunately, still quite unsettled. We still have a lot of rain set to come for eastern Cuba into Haiti as well as into the Dominican Republic. And in fact, some parts of the Dominican Republic are under a flood warning at this time. So looking at Santo Domingo, there will be a few thunderclouds around. Possibility of a downpour or two at 29 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, towards the Leeward Islands, it remains settled and fine as you go across from Antigua into Basse-Terre, coming down to St. Lucia, maybe just a stray shower here. But down towards Barbados, we'll pick up a bit more cloudiness as well. Into St. George's, a few light showers are possible. And then down along Georgetown, we'll need a brief shower likely, 30 degrees Celsius under mostly cloudy skies. So that's your Caribbean travel forecast, and that's it from me.
Receive a free Kindle Fire 7 HD with Alexa features when you purchase the highly effective JJ and Friends JTAB Junior Suite, designed for children 2 to 5 years old and fashioned after the Ministry of Education's ECCE curriculum. It's effective and engaging. The educational JTAB Junior Suite comes with a free Amazon Kindle Fire 7 tablet, along with flashcards, charts, workbooks, board games, an erasable writing mat, and a parent-teacher's guide, all designed to stimulate your child's cognitive development.
Take that investment in their education and buy them all the jewelry and the toys later on, but ensure that you get JJ and Friends. It is really, really good.
So there you have it. A perfect solution. Making sure that they have all the tools to learn to read. What is it? JJ and Friends.
This is a special introductory offer, so call now 673-3175 or 800-READ.
I don't know what to do, Mom. He's my children's father, and I really love him, but he only reacts like this when he drinks.
Ma'am, I will ensure that you get all the help that you need.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is devoted to providing assistance to victims of domestic violence. If you're a victim of domestic violence, a report should be made to the police immediately so the matter can be addressed in the most appropriate manner. Domestic violence is very serious. Do not wait until it's too late.
Alright, welcome back everybody. So you know last weekend the Dragon Boat Race took place at Pigeon Point in Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago competed in several of the events, and one of the team from Tobago did really good. Oceana's Dragon Boat crew, they won 8 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze, and we are going to chat with them a little bit about their success. Good morning team.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you all doing this morning?
We're good. Still a little tired, but we're good.
I mean, it seemed to be a fantastic competition. You all won 8 medals.
Yes,
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Which events did you all compete in?
Well, we competed in the 2,000, 1,000, 500 and 200 meter in the both open and mixed categories. We entered all and we medaled in all. It was an excellent competition.
What was the water like? Because I heard some people from other countries talking about the water conditions being a bit rough.
Yeah, it was a bit rough, but that's why we dubbed this one Extreme Dragon Boating. It's a little different from the norm, the dragon boat conditions you'll find all over the world. But that's basically what made our own unique. We had a bit of the rough waters, but it's something that we enjoy to paddle in, and it makes it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, and the team, it looked difficult because I was there in Tobago for it, and you know, you have to have a lot of power to do that and for that long distance as well?
Yeah, it's a lot of endurance, and that's where the training comes in. We train and we push our bodies to the limit, where we know that anything that is thrown at us, we are prepared to go through it.
What type of training goes into this?
We train up to 4 times for the week. You're dealing with long distance training. We complete like over 5,000 meters on the water per day. We have land training where we do simulations on an erg machine to make sure that we paddling with proper strength. Gym training to make sure that we strengthen our bodies so we can take the kind of exorbitant things that's thrown at us at the water.
And the team did really well. I see the medals are lined up there.
Oh yeah. There's so many medals. You see 7 here. That wasn't on one of the teams for the regatta, but 8 medals in all. We have 3 gold, 4 silver. 3 silver here, 1 bronze.
And I see your teammates there standing next to you. I want to get their reactions to how things went.
Yeah. Well, we have the captain behind us.
Captain, how was it for you, sir?
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
Well, what can I say? Work, put in, and then you reap what you sow, basically.
And this is how long did you start dragon boating?
Well, we have been dragon boating for about 6 years now. The team, we actually started in 2012, right upon the day today.
Right, and I see there are ladies with you all as well, so I want to get their take on how things went and the training that went into it.
Of course, hold on.
Hi, good morning. The training was very intense. Again, it's not just on the water, but it's gym training, land training, erg machine training. It's a lot of training to prepare yourself for an event like this. Yeah?
Is it something that you would do again next year?
Definitely. We actually do it more or less 3 times for the year. But again, this was the international races, and it's the first time we have entered a major thing like this. So we're ready for anything that's thrown at us. Yeah.
Right, and so we expect the team to compete in other events later on in the next few years as well.
Definitely.
Well, we actually working towards the October regatta. That's the Chinese biennial regatta. So we are working towards that for 2019.
Right, and it seems like a nice bunch. What was it like competing with all of these teams from around the world? So you must have gotten some good experience.
Yeah, great
It was
experience.
an awesome experience.
It was a great experience. It's something that we look back on and we say is well worth the sacrifice to be able to show what we can do amongst the international team. And sometimes we take for granted the talent and the skill that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago, and that it could actually be showcased outside and we could make an impact. And that showed in this regatta here.
And we actually learned a lot too, because it was an opportunity for us to bond with other teams, and we got a lot of takeaways. So we definitely gonna move forward with this sport.
Yeah.
What is the main takeaway though for you?
Teamwork. It's all about teamwork, and although we compete on the water, when we get back to shore, it's like everybody supported everybody. Everybody was cheering on for everybody. Everybody wanted everybody to win. Yeah. But everybody couldn't win, but still there was always this positive vibes.
Yeah, the camaraderie was amazing. The camaraderie was really amazing.
Excellent.
I'm sorry that I didn't get to see you all personally and interact with you all, but I had a great time in Tobago over the last weekend. And I hope I will be there again with you all very soon, and probably I will do some training with you all in the dragon boat.
Nice.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations winning 8 medals at the Dragon Boat race competition which took place last weekend. And I want to wish you all the very best in October and moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Reach further when you advertise with TTT. Sweet 100, Next 99.1, and Talk City 91.1 FM. Whether it's television, radio, or social media, our stations belong to the only broadcast network with 100% coverage across Trinidad and Tobago. That's a fact. From Port of Spain to Point Fortin, Crown Point to Charlottesville, every household in TNT can easily access our signal. TTT remains the only broadcaster with live capability from multiple locations in the country, making us the most dependable source of information for events of national importance. Find us on any smart device at TTT Live Online. Are you ready to reach further with your advertising? Contact our sales team now. Call us at 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt. Ranking Production, a new era in media. Our professional services include videography, cinematography, photography, aerial videography, and television production. We provide expert coverage of weddings, concerts, sporting events, graduations, corporate functions, music videos, ads, lectures, christenings, parties, and portraits. Contact us today. Ranking Production, capturing your memorable moments in life.
Allah Rastafari. He said, I stopped sharing ends with the loafers, so since then the animosity's been inbred. And every day I toast to life cause it's been anything but a smooth spread. I had what they needed though, so I knuckled down and started molding myself to rise to the occasion cause home made me feel like a giant. Small spaces, big screens just to make life look better. So for K's, you could understand how I get caught up in the beauty of things, dreams, schemes, trying to get my mix fix and give my Miss World, knowing it wouldn't last long if the penny come easy young, but I think in equity, trying not to get caught up in my standards for their definition of HD, and between you and me, I's a major key, player in the game of debt for a minor fee. And I'd majorly be disappointed to die not knowing why I was chosen to be a king of peasants or a major in a troop of minorities. So I keep a couple shots, no fatigue on me. Ever ready to drop bombs, so I let this gun arm me. Trigger away like I hear God as a whisper. And if you dance with the devil long enough, hell will feel like home. See, I've been walking for a while trying to catch my voice because all it ever does is make noise, and I almost hate the fact that I took this life to live, but just know that I wanted better. And I most definitely hate the fact that at this point we see better from different views. You tube to the same anchor but get different news. Streets littered with negativity and bitter hearts, but it's not odd to see sirens as you fishtail out of control in life. Oh, they see us, but never as equals. Never as equals. Never as equals.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad Muhammad, who is a poet, and you will be taking part in the Booker's Lit Festival.
Yes, the Poetry Slam 2nd edition on Sunday, the 31st of this month, March.
And what was the motivation behind this piece?
So I grew up, still live in Laventille, and so a large part of the Rasta and the Muslim city gang warfare that kind of plaguing the country right now, I really wanted to lend a voice to that. Me being personally affected by it in terms of losing someone to gang violence and that kind of stuff, and trying to figure out, you know, the perspectives that people sees or the reason why people do certain things. So I just kind of took all the information I had about that situation, being where I come from, and pen it together.
It takes a whole lot of talent to do something like that. I also have with me Ardeen Sergio and Isaiah McLean. We're going to talk about Bocas Lit Fest and, of course, the First Citizens National Poetry Slam, as that's something that Ahmad is competing in. Isaiah, when you hear a thing work like that, how do you feel?
I feel really good that we could provide a platform for people like Ahmad and others around the country who could come and display their crafts in spoken word and poetry, but not only that, but touching on societal issues and things that affect them in their communities and in their livelihood. So providing that space for that is kind of really nice.
Yeah, and NGC Bocas Lit Fest is something that has been going on for a while now.
Yes.
Ardeen, you've been part of this for a while as well.
Yeah, for a while.
How do you see it going? And when you yourself hear things like that, how do you feel knowing that you've been working with this organization for a while?
Well, I think it's reassuring. We've seen the growth of it. It's now in its 9th year. We launched officially yesterday. The festival this year takes place from the 1st to the 5th of May. And the First Citizens National Poetry Slam is actually the closing event of that. However, of course, there are various rounds of competition that get us to that point. And so we went through the auditions in January. Now we're on to the semi-final round. The first one happened last Sunday, and the second one, in which Ahmed is competing, happens this Sunday at Central Bank. So that is part of it. Spoken word is definitely an integral and essential part of what the festival offers. But it's a festival of words, stories, and ideas. And so it's a space where we come to celebrate Caribbean writers, Caribbean writing, but just as well our own traditional art forms, our own oral traditions, things that are indigenous to us. So anything that celebrates how we represent ourselves through words, stories, and ideas, that's what the festival facilitates. So there are panel discussions, there are performances. We have an Old Mass competition, which is now in its 3rd year at the festival. We have extempo, we have debate. We have lots of things happening, and a whole children's festival throughout those 5 days.
Yeah, and so people can come on down and check it out.
Of course, it's at Nallis. It's free of charge. In fact, the only thing you pay for is the First Citizens National Poetry Slam finals on the Sunday evening. The closing event.
It could be a family event. You can learn a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. The entire festival is a family event, I would say.
I see Isaiah shaking his head, and my entire family is going to be there.
It's a spectacular event, so everyone you bring everyone to enjoy this final night, but not just that, but the entire festival on a whole. So you go straight through the week until the Sunday. So this grand closing event as the Slam.
Yeah, it sounds like a fantastic initiative. Ardeen, let me just get back to you a little bit, because you mentioned the screening process. So there is an initial stage for people to be part of
the
this.
auditions.
Yes.
You're talking about the slam. Yeah.
And how do people get involved? I mean, this competition is already ongoing.
Yes.
And so for the other years to come.
So every year around December, we would put out a call for folks to come and audition, which will happen in January. Last year and this year for the first time, and this year we continued it. We partnered with a number of people who host open mic fora.
Right.
So we partnered with True Talk No Lie, with One Mic in South, and Next Chapter in Tobago, East Yard in East Trinidad. And we actually brought people into those spaces and used those open mic spaces to host live auditions. So people were performing to live audiences as opposed to previously closed auditions behind closed doors with just you and the judges at Nallis. So we made a show of it.
Yeah, it's always good to have a show. Isaiah, what do you expect to come out of this year's event that may be different from what has gone by?
Different. Well, the First International Poetry Slam is a big event. It's the Caribbean's biggest platform for spoken word. And I'm not just talking about like the cash prizes that First Citizens sponsor, which is $80,000 in cash prize.
I need to join. I need to join one of these competitions. All of this money that people can get to. I mean, it's hard work. But
the stakes are high. If Ahmed wins, he wins $50,000. And
hey, we'll be friends, right?
Yeah. And he's claimed Trinidad and Tobago's best poet because this is the National Poetry Slam. But it's not an easy step. And what people can look forward to at this slam, partnering with the Bocas Lit Fest every year, we kind of dive into our local culture. So this year, again, our theme is Game of Thrones, going off of that buzz that Game of Thrones is launching April 14th. But not just that, but we took a kind of local twist to the whole Game of Thrones environment, using our local law and culture, so that, Game of Thrones is all about that war between clans and houses. So the same auditions Ardeen was talking about, how we partner with different places, we kind of gave those places houses names, like House Moko, House Jab, House Chantwell, House Americans, House Maroons, keeping with our local culture, but still having that feisty energy.
And that's always exciting for people, like that feistiness. Information once again for people to come and check it out.
Okay, so this Sunday the 31st of March, we have the second semi-finals of the First International Poetry Slam, and we close on the 5th of May with the grand final of the First International Poetry Slam, which is all a part of the Boca Slitfest that runs between May 1st and May 5th.
And people can check it out.
Yes, of course. So we can find more information about the NGC Boca Slitfest and the First Citizens National Poetry Slam on our Facebook page, on our website, bocaslitfest.com. Boca Slitfest on Facebook, Instagram, National Poetry Slam. You can also follow on Facebook and Instagram to get more information, ticket updates, etc.
Okay, great. It sounds like an exciting initiative, and hopefully Adin will take me down with her. Right?
Every sense, take you down.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Adin, Sergio, Isaiah McLean, and Ahmad Mohammed for joining us this morning, telling us about Boca Slitfest and the First Citizens National Poetry Slam. We take a break and come back with more.
Every weekday from 4 to 7 p.m., tune in to Straight Talk with me, Jude, as I tackle the tough issues affecting our society head-on. You know how we like to get a bit politically correct when it comes to things like race, religion, sexuality, the touchy topics. So let's get some honest, straightforward, and rational discussion going so we can find some common ground on the issues that divide us the most. Straight Talk right here on Talk City 91.1 FM every weekday from 4 to 7 p.m.
Alright, welcome back everybody. I'd like to say a special good morning to all of those people who are on our Facebook live stream on TTT Live Online. Hala Nasir, Tara Lachman, who's been very interactive this morning, as she always has been. Fiona Rudder is joining us as well. Ayana Acevero, Elizabeth Storvik, Kizzy Monsigi. You remember Kizzy? She joined us a few times.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
really,
I
really
actually met Hala Nasir recently. I was in the C3 Center in San Fernando there, and walking down, I just happened to go back in because I forgot something that I had to do at Digicel. And walking there, somebody stops me. It's like, Carrie. I'm like, oh, hi. And it's like, it's Hala. I was like, oh, yes, I remember your name. Like, you watch us every day and stuff. So, it was really nice meeting Hala. So I hope you're having a fantastic morning.
Yeah, and she's been a loyal supporter of TTT since the Now Morning Show started as well. So special good morning to you, to Sonel, Sherry Prasad, Beverly Saunders, Lydia Nelson. Special good morning to all of you. And Carrie, did I tell you what I did over the weekend?
What did you do?
I went to Baco. Remember you didn't go?
Right. I remember, yes. I remember distinctly not going. And
I didn't like to tell you that. It feels good. Also special good morning to Mr. William Smith. He's joining us. He's looking at us as well. So special good morning to him and to everybody else. I mean, so many people join us on a daily basis, Carrie.
Yes,
and by the way, Carrie was mean to me this morning.
Well, for a change.
I told Carrie that I'm not feeling very well, right? Carrie told me, yeah, people are probably annoyed by your face.
No, what you said was that your face feels annoying, and I said that, some people probably agree that your face is annoying.
And do you think that is appropriate? Do you think, Carrie, that was appropriate for Carrie to tell me? If I say, Carrie, my eyes are kind of hurting a little bit. My teeth starts to hurt a little bit. And that is how I know that I'm getting the virus. And when I'm finished, I have to go take some Panadol or some Advil or some Dayquil or something.
It's all in good fun,
and instead of Carrie,
I do wish that you
and instead of Carrie going and picking up some meds and bringing it for me, he's being mean. Right, and that is what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Sure, Rishi, sure.
Say what? I wonder if we could check out what radio brothers and sisters are doing.
Yeah, all right, but before we do that, let's take a look at the traffic update one more time, because there are those who will be heading out looking to make their way to work and to school and to their various locations. So let's take a look at this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
And we're in Sangre Grande right now, and on this main road we can see that there's quite a pileup at this point in time. As things heat up this morning, there are a number of people making their way to their various locations, and this is a highly commercial area, so of course there are lots of business places that are just about to open and people making their way to work and to school and the like. Looking in this direction right now, we see that the traffic continues and it's piling up, and we pan across one more time as we see what the opposite direction looks like. And at this junction here, nothing much going to the left, but coming from straight ahead, we can see that there's quite a pile-up as well. Panning across one more time as we're in the Sangre Grande area, as I said, yep, a lot of traffic on that main road right now. So keep your hats on, don't worry, we can keep you company until 8 o'clock. But for now, this is a wrap for this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
All right, so we are going to join up with our big bad brother station on Next 99.1 this morning. And of course, this morning with us is Trotty. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Carrie.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm good, really good. We know coming up a really great segment on our show this morning.
Yeah, so tell me about the segment. What segment is it?
It's called the 90s R&B on a Wednesday.
R&B on a Wednesday. So you're taking it way back on a Wednesday.
Yeah. So now come out playing those lovely Joes and songs like that, Boys to Men, Whitney Houston. So what are some of your favorite 90s R&B songs though?
Wow, so many favorites from the 90s. I'm a huge fan of the era of 90s music.
Right.
I can't even... There's so many, I can't even get one.
Okay, so you're a fan of the 90s. Tell me a song from the 90s.
A song from the 90s. Let's see.
Oh God,
No. Yes, answer the song. He's a fan of the 90s. Let me hear you, Carrie. Give me a song from the 90s.
Let me see. Casey and JoJo.
Because the director just told us to say that Carrie is being deceitful this morning.
There's a myriad of songs by Maxwell Music, Soul Child.
You're being deceitful. I don't buy it.
No, I don't want to speak about R. Kelly this morning.
Am
I hearing Ainka across there?
Yeah, you can see as well.
Good morning, Ainka.
Morning.
Ainka is hiding her face on the camera. Ainka, you look fine. Don't worry about it.
I was fully hiding. I'm in troll mode today, so I'm trying to be over here. But when you start to talk R&B music, you just have to chime in. Although Rishi's trying to fight you, I believe you. Yeah. I believe that you're an R&B kind of guy.
Yeah,
he looks like that. But Carrie, those folks there at Next 99.1 FM, we love chatting with them, but we have to leave them there for now, and we'll probably catch up with them on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday. I think we will have to do that.
Enjoy your day.
Special good morning to all of your listeners there, Next 99.1 FM, and we're going to take it back in the Now studio because I have a very, very special guest with me this morning. And with me this morning is Stacey Nurse, who's an entrepreneur. Now, in the month of March, we celebrated International Women's Day, and added to that, it's also Women's History Month. So we're going to chat with this young entrepreneur and powerhouse, because we're having a little chat before we came on set here. So really want to get into it now. So good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Sure.
All right. So you're an entrepreneur and you wear many hats. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, first of all, I am the founder and principal of Rosemont Academy of the Performing Arts. It's a performing arts school for kids between the ages of 5 to 17. So we do everything from like theater, vocals, dance, music education, public speaking, visual arts. I mean, you name it. We even have an academic program, so we create a balance. I recently launched my production company called Rose Petals Production, which is more of a creative content type of company, and we outsource, to do films, music videos, and stuff like that. And also, I have a brand called the Pink Ego, which...
Pink Ego.
the Pink Eagle, and it's really for women, you know, who are just coming together. It's sort of like a networking sort of community. Right. So for women who are in business, or women just need that daily support in everyday life, because, you know, we go through so much, I think, as women, and we don't talk about it.
Agreed. You know, one thing I like to say is empowered women empower women.
Yes,
you know, and,
that's very true.
Yeah, definitely. And just being the support unit for each other and helping each other rise up.
Exactly.
You know, it's really important, you know, in any community, but definitely with women, because we have seen where there are many instances where there have been inequality in regards to the treatment of women versus men. So that's definitely something that is really great that you have this network that you have formed, and I'm sure the network is still expanding.
It is.
Where, you know, women are supporting women.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, women always had a voice. We just needed to be empowered to use it. We needed to have the platforms to use it. And so this is why we're doing the Pink Eagle. And we have a seminar coming up as well. Yes, in April the 13th. And so we're really going to be bringing hopefully 200 women together. So
I'm going to speak positive. You're going to get 200. You're going to have to actually cut off the list and then maybe do it bigger next time.
I receive that.
Yes.
Definitely, because we're bringing them together. We have amazing speakers, and we're definitely going to be bringing them to not only chat about their issues, but also to network with each other and form partnerships, you know, solid partnerships going forward. So we're really excited about those things.
Yes, definitely, hand in hand. And, you know, a number of things that you're doing. Did you know, by the way, today is World Theatre Day? So, you know, so you're involved in the performing arts. Today's World Theatre Day. So, maybe you could have a little plan for your institute. Where, you know,
well, you know what, we're actually launching today one of our videos that we did. Our teen theatre class, they're doing a production as well, but they also write their own material. So we just did a video, so we're going to be launching that soon. So in light of today's being, you know, International Theatre Day, we're going to do it today. For sure.
That's excellent. See, like a plan just happened right there.
There you go. Like that.
Yep. So moving forward, what can we expect from you moving forward with everything that you do in regards to entrepreneurship?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to. We're going to be working a lot with other entrepreneurs as well, because, you know, I feel like the challenges of an entrepreneur, people don't really talk about it as much.
Right.
So we definitely, I want to do more where it comes to connecting with other entrepreneurs. For the school, we have so much different productions that we're going to be doing. So you can just log on to our IG account to just get all the information about that. Rose Petals Productions, we're getting into doing film and documentaries, again, music videos. So we're actually going to be starting our first project on Saturday.
All right.
And the Pink Eagle, like I said, the seminar, and we have so many different other projects we're going to be doing, you know, bringing women together, collaborating.
Stacey, you're such an inspiration for women everywhere. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing all you did. And definitely wish you the best. And you're going to get that over 200 women coming out to that event.
I'm still receiving it.
Yes, exactly. Now we're going to close off the show. Hope everybody had a fantastic morning. Rishi and myself here. This is our morning show. Make a difference today now. And have a great morning, everybody.
Now we're ready to show the world who we are. Shine a light so everyone could see our identity. See the way we do what we do. When we bring our cultures together, we make each other better. Carry faith.
The Caribbean region has a plethora of over 500 festivals to choose from. But there is one festival that stands out from the others in terms